What's up, crypto legends? Hope you're having a good day today. We're going to analyze the situation here for Bitcoin, do some of that pure technical analysis. I'm going to show you what has been happening here for the last few hours, okay, between yesterday and today, and also analyze the potential scenarios after this major drop that we've just had just before the live stream, guys. So let's just take a look here at what has happened now. We had a trend line. Of course, we cannot trade just based off trend lines, but we were holding pretty nicely this higher low, as you can see, trend line support level right over here, getting a consolidation. I'm going to explain some nice trading scenarios that there was inside of this range and how I have, managed to get into a couple of trades, one stop loss at break even, another one actually succeeding here with this drop. I'm going to go through and explain how I have done this, how I have detected those short, long positions, how I'm hedging, and how I am playing defensive trading to finally get into a profitable trade here. Now, I'm going to be explaining that scenario, how I've planned this for today, and we're going to go through the next possible scenarios, okay? We've had a major drop. The S&P 500 is getting a major drop right now at this moment for the last few hours as well. And DXY is getting a pretty significant pump that will start facing resistance, all right, in the next coming hours. Of course, I want to go through the comment section. I want to say hello to the community. I want to interact with the community, and then we can talk about some potential setups, stuff, okay? Yesterday's pump was absolutely crazy. Managed to get into a small little scalp short position here. Got into a short position here with very good risk management and got stopped out, guys. Gotta say, this has got to be said. I also get stopped out, okay? But the profits compared to stop losses are insignificant, of course. That's what happens when you have good risk management. So let me just go quickly through the comment section, say hello to the community. I want to be, happy to say that I've launched the community group on the private Discord, okay? For all of those people that purchased the masterclass, all right? Now, of course, the official one for the rest of the community on YouTube will be from Monday, okay? Next week, beginning of the week, and that will be for the rest of the community, okay? Just sharing my analysis, sharing the potential setups, why we got rejected here, why is there a possibility of a bounce at this range, So just sharing a little bit of my knowledge, my setups as well. And we'll go through what is happening right now with Bitcoin, because we had a relatively nice volume breakout from this range, okay? And we're going to start potentially facing some resistance levels, okay? I mean, the volume compared to the buying volume is still relatively low, guys. It is still relatively low. We can see Bitcoin pumping aggressively right now at this moment. We want to be a little bit cautious, okay? The volatility here has been crazy for the last few days. I mean, look at, massive drop, massive pump, now massive drop right over here. We could have a massive recovery, okay? So we want to be extremely cautious with our scenarios. We'll be taking a look at, the price of Bitcoin now with this insane volatility. Who knows? We might just suddenly have a massive recovery from this range. Luckily I'm taking profits down at this level, knowing that there is a possibility of a massive run up. We'll be talking about the local resistance here as well. Okay, we want to talk about local resistance on the 1 minute time frame, guys, to take a look at that, those potential scalping scenarios as well. Okay, so yeah, no doubt from the start of this drop, from the pivot high to the pivot low, we are already above 618 and 65, okay? Big volatility. I mean, it could end up in a V-shaped recovery, we're not going to lie. Almost hitting the 7-8 fib level from the start of the pump. The retracement has gone up already 78% from the drop, almost 80%, which is absolutely crazy. Quick relief pump here. Obviously, we've broken a little bit of the structure here on the lower time frame, so there is higher probability, of course, that this range should get rejected. It's unlikely, in my personal opinion, that we could get above the highs right over here, right? The $28,100. It's likely that we are going to retrace down in the next coming minutes. You know, usually when you get these kind of drops, the reshape recoveries, you know, happen once every 20 times, every 30 times, right? They are very, very, very much not the thing that usually happens. So you would expect 618, 78, some big support levels that we've had the last couple of hours to hold as resistance after this large volume breakdown. It's what it should do, what it usually does. It has that consolidation. It potentially gets this reaction. It does finally create a lower high at this point to come down and you know, get close to the lows, or even test the 618 Fibonacci retracement from the low to the high created. Okay, that is the highest probability scenario from where we are at currently trading at this moment. Now, yeah, I mean, the market's gone a bit crazy the last couple of days. We're having lots of dumps and pumps at the same time. It's a massive big battle in between the bulls and the bears. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go quickly through the comment section. We can go through that educational content as well at the start of the live streams. You know, what I was looking for here. Okay, I was looking here for a potential bounce, but also getting into a really nice short position exactly at this point over here, which I will briefly explain right away on the live stream after saying hello to the rest of the community. Okay, then we can take a look at the S&P, stock market, and maybe some altcoins, of course, for the rest of the community and get a little bit more technical. First, like Aditya, how are you doing? Love you, my teacher. Great respect to you. Hey, great respect to you as well for being such a large, big supporter. Okay, and yeah, enjoying the content. Hi, Andy, TRX USDT, please. Wow, TRX. We can take a look at some altcoins afterwards, okay? I think a lot of people are focused on Bitcoin, you know, stock market, get the big markets, okay, out there. But, yeah, Tron, yeah, not much to say on Tron, just a little bit of volatility at this range. I would expect Tron to be collapsing because Justin Sun supposedly is getting sued. That's one of the last things that I heard, right? Not really bothered about that and how it could affect his cryptocurrency. But anyway, we can take a look at, you know, some other altcoins in just a bit. Okay, so give us a bit of time here. How are you, Andy? Jack Knapp, I like your teaching. I'm from the USA. Hey, Jack, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining the live stream and appreciating the teaching. Hello, Andy. BTC forming a reversal diamond pattern. It's forming a reversal diamond pattern. Reversal diamond pattern. Okay. Right. It's possible. It's possible. I can see something here. It's not the most beautiful, but one of the most important things is, of course, getting that large volume in the middle. I think this is the pattern that you are talking about, this diamond right over here, where you can connect these lower lows right over here with this low and this kind of scenario, right? So I guess this is the diamond top pattern that you're talking about. And it's just broken out right now from the higher low structure. Hey, this is very, very possible. Very, very possible. This would be the projected target move from a diamond top or a diamond bottom, which is the width of the diamond, okay, the center, sub $26,000 on the way. It is very, very possible after this move down with volume. Very, very possible. I'm a little bit more technical. This is not a pattern that I usually trade. I wouldn't actually trade just based on diamonds. I like to use a little bit more technical moves, okay? Let's go through the comment section right away. Yo, Maradika, how are you doing? Do you want to know, guys, why BTC pumps, says Jack Knapp? Well, we've had a massive drop at the moment. Getting spicy. Chunktown, hello. Richard, thanks for joining. Right. Yo, what is up? Crypto Legend says Jar Robopotamus is Binance down. Ooh, is Binance down? I have no idea if Binance is down because I do not use Binance. So, yeah, the exchanges that I use is Kraken and Bybit, of course. Bybit for my trading overall, always doing trading on Bybit. Of course, it's the #1 crypto trading platform that I use. Binance goes down sometimes, many times. I know the Binance network sometimes gets locked. So if I hold a lot of USDT on the Binance Smart Chain, they can personally lock those US dollar tether. This is why I always like to have my stable coins or all the rest of all the ERC20 coins on the Ethereum network, because you know what happens on the Binance Smart Chain. Anyway, no FUD to them, but I just don't like them. I'm here for decentralization overall when I'm having my cryptos, when I'm having my funds. And on the Binance Smart Chain, yeah, this is not decentralized. So, and we've got people saying Binance is down. Hey, for my trading, Bybit is the #1. Been using it for over 3 years, having no issues at all. You get this insane bonus down below if you wish, guys, to use it. Another way to support the channel. It's another way for you to get a huge bonus and to trade on one of the best crypto derivatives exchanges that there is out there with the largest volume. You got that bonus to be claimed down below, guys. My favorite crypto trading platform, Bybit. Good afternoon, peeps. Chill, how are you doing? Hello, everybody, and Andy. Hello, Anne. Hello, Mark Dutch. Thanks for joining the live stream, my man. Hit the like button, he says. Absolutely. Yes, Binance is down. Oh, my goodness. We got people actually confirming that Binance is... All right, there's someone here, Redza, saying Binance is up. Only for spot. Okay, only for spot. Yeah, but even though, I use Binance and it's up. Okay, we have a couple of people saying it's down, but a couple of people saying it's okay. The moment BTC dropped, Binance went down. Okay, Martin says this. Okay, so why did the flash drop happen, Andy? Well, Mystic TA, that's a very interesting question. That is a very interesting question. Well, going to the technical side, why did this flash crash happened? One of the basic reasons would be, just by saying we had the higher low support trend line here, holding, consolidating, and this is always the verge of a potential collapse, right? When you are just holding a support trend line and you're consolidating, you either get a, really nice bounce from it, okay? Or you either get a massive drop, okay? That would, a massive sell-off as a point of weakness, okay? So you either get the bounce or you have that massive sell-off. So let me just go through here quickly, guys, give that educational content. Oh, yeah, it was an excuse to take all the longs. Yeah. They will buy cheap and then to the moon. Yeah, it's also a possibility. Maybe this is just a kind of a flash crash and we go into much higher levels. Usually you don't have these V-shaped recoveries. Lately, the price action for the last few days, guys, it has been moving pretty aggressively, okay? Remember, Bitcoin is at a crucial, massive resistance zone. If we go to the daily chart and zoom out, guys, this is the make it or break it, guys, all right? This is one of the strongest support levels that we've had in 2021 and 2022. We are just at that level and the volatility up and down can go crazy. And this could be the start of a major big breakout. It is possible. Of course, it could also be a big, massive fail in trying to break in this resistance. So we want to be a little bit defensive and cautious at this crucial range. Once we have confirmation of, having large dumps, okay, with large volume, it will be easier to trade, okay? Easier to trade those trends once we have massive moves to the downside or massive moves to the upside, getting away from such an important resistance zone. The reason why we're getting this volatility is because, the whales are fighting to see, are we going to sell or are we going to buy from this range, okay? Are we going to manage to break out? We're having a massive pump at the moment. Absolutely crazy. Woo! Absolutely crazy. Probably got stopped out already. Stopped out at break even. Luckily, I did take profits from this range. Oh my goodness. Stay cautious with this volatility, guys. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy volatility. Yeah, massive big bounce on here. Luckily, I wish I could have taken more profits, but let me just go and explain that short position. Oh my goodness, how crazy is this to trade, guys? You know, this is absolutely crazy. Let me just go through the trades that I was in. I'm out right now, just got stopped out. Now potentially we're going to go down. Absolutely crazy. Luckily on this drop, of course, it's always important to take profits if you're in this position. But let me just go briefly to the on the live stream, guys, why I took that short. Why I got into a long position here at this consolidation and protected position. There was a possibility here that this was going to hold, okay? First, let's go to the short position. Keep that educational content. When we zoom out, the point of control from the last few weeks, okay? The point of control from the last few weeks is exactly at the $28,180 level, okay? Point of control is right over here, okay? Where I have this red horizontal line, big level of support and resistance, right? If you're above it, it's usually nice support. If you're below it, it's usually nice resistance. It's that red horizontal line. So what I want to explain here with this movements that we've had today, okay? This was today's price action right over here. Today's price action that we've had over here, we had a large support range here at this $28,180 range, okay? Big zone right there of support. And right over here, we did have a breakdown with some really nice volume, okay? We've had a breakdown with some really nice volume from this support level, okay? Let me just zoom in here. As you can see, we can see that volume spike right over here. So when you're trading like this and you have this support range, okay, you break down with some nice volume, you get a bounce. You can see that point of control was getting resistance, right? The volume was indicating that we are going down. Hang on one second, guys. I need to get this. Give me 2 seconds. All right, guys, let's go back. Sorry about that. I really needed to get that. So basically, talking about this scenario that happened, okay, massive rejection right now. Oh my goodness, you know, hopefully the price was going to get a massive pump and test the highs. But let's just focus on what happened today. You know, big volatility. This is extremely hard to trade, of course. You know, V-shaped recovery. This happens. No, it doesn't happen very often, guys, and it's happening right now. We're potentially just going to test this level and then come down. You know, we're just going to have to analyze if we're going to manage to get above, again, this big point of control level, which is big resistance at the moment. If we do manage to get successfully above this point of control, I think that the highs will likely to be claimed in, you know, in the next coming hours after that breakout. So going back here to what happened, guys, just to give that explanation. Hard market to trade, guys. It's not an easy market at this moment. Volatility is crazy. This is why it's so important to be very defensive, guys. I'm going to explain exactly where have been my trading scenarios. So basically from today, I actually prefer trading a sideways market with a little bit of volatility than actually, you know, trading the massive volatility down and up. It's because, you know, this is what happens, right? It gets a little bit crazy from the whales and from the bear whales and the bull whales, right? It can get pretty crazy. So going back to the educational content, guys, right over here, large level respected as support here. We can see that breakdown with large volume below the point of control, right? Below the point of control, and today's point of control was also at that range, okay? Well, not now because we've had a lot of consolidation here, but when we were trading, when we just made this move down, we had the point of control exactly at the same range because of this price action, right? Point of control is a price action where you've left a lot of volume. So you basically have the point of control also from today, the point of control from the last couple of weeks, this respected support level as resistance as well. And not only that, of course, not only that, you're having large volume to the downside, breaking this point of control range, and you are hitting the 618 from the pivot high to the pivot low. So that was exactly the short position that I was in, but got stopped out right now at break even, as you can see. But managed to lock some profits on the move down. Of course, you need to take profit. This is how fast the market can reverse. You know, if you're in a very nice profitable trade, take profits off the table, leave 30%, 20%, you know, whatever open. But look at this, with this crazy market, look at this massive volatility that we're having. Absolutely crazy. So basically, incredible zone right there. As you can see, you're hitting the 618, you're getting the point of control as resistance. This is what we want to wait for a lot of the times, getting to those really high probability trade scenarios. Now, we also hit the VWAP, okay? If we do take a look at the volume weighted average price, we can see that, of course, when you are above it, you usually hold really nicely as support. Once you get beneath it, you know, it is also resistance. Of course, with adding the VWAP, with the confluence of point of control, 618 fib level from the pivot high, pivot low, breaking a major, you know, a major low from today, you're adding all of that confluence. You've got a high probability trade scenario to come down and test the lows. Of course, this was, a take profit zone, right? You're moving down, you're coming up, you're testing the lows. That is a take profit zone because you could double bottom. And this was the main reason I entered a long position right over here. I'm zooming out and I'm thinking, hey, you know, we could hold this support trend line as support, right? It could hold as support and we could be forming a double bottom. So I wanted to get at the lowest level possible for my trading scenario, right? So I'm looking for entering into a low position and having a stop loss right over here beneath the levels, okay? Beneath the lows. And, you know, of course, as soon as we're having a run up here, right, it is good to protect positions, of course. You know, once you're getting that run up, you know, thinking, hey, we might get that leg up to the resistance and then finally break out, and this Adam and Eve double bottom is going to come into fruition. But defensive trading, I was saying to the community of the masterclass today, hey, you know, I was late with the update here on this short, but, you know, entering a short right there and entering along right there and protecting as soon as we got a little bit of price action to the upside. Stop loss in entry, okay? Because if you're in profits, you know, why are you going to have your stop loss here? You know, this is why you want to be defensive, because what could happen at the end of the day is this. And of course, you're going to get stopped out, liquidated for those people that don't use stop losses and not defensive. You know, this is a massive liquidation event, no doubt. I did not get liquidated. I got stopped out at break even because I know how the market can suddenly just get your money off you. You know, it's absolutely crazy. So just wanted to give that brief explanation, guys. You need to be fast. You need to be defensive. This movement right now has just got me out of place at the moment. So we're going to do a, you know, best scenario here for me for a high probability trade setup. If the price action, okay, just to keep it simple and easy, right? You know, is this a good shorting level? I mean, look at this massive V shape, you know, it is possible. It could be a possibility a good short, you know, but I prefer seeing this massive run up. To have a breakout of the point of control. You get above the point of control, okay? And you are likely to come up and test the highs in the next coming hours. So you get that, if it does manage to get that breakout from this range with high volume, then it's off to the races. We are going to test the highs, no doubt in my mind. Of course, this is exactly the resistance from this support trend line, right? As you can see, we've got the higher lows. Is exactly hitting that level. You know, it's a possible shorting range as well. You know, I would be very, very defensive with a stop loss here. You know, with this V-shaped recovery, you know, we could see the market even trying to pump higher. Best trading scenario that I can see here for my next trading setup for that day trade, okay, scalp day trade, right, would be breaking above that point of control, that highly respected level of support and resistance, because if it does manage to break above that level with a large amount of volume, and you are flipping this bearish volume, okay, into bullish volume right over here, then you got a setup too, right? This is what I like to call it. I learned this, with the volume strategy back in 2017. It's a reversal point, right? Where you're breaking the back of the red volume, and this is highly probable going to get a higher low and test the highs. And at this point, very likely going to test these highs, guys. So that would be my next trading scenario here with high volume. And if it does manage to break that resistance, point of control, the back of the start of this volume, of the start of the volume right there. So this range over here, if it does break the back of this large, massive flash crash, with high volume, it's off to the races. You are likely to create a higher low and test the highs. It's just, it will be an easy trade. Of course, it needs to happen. We need to have the breakout. You need to have the confirmation, right? It's just, this kind of way of trading is, for me, is the easiest, where you break structures, right, on the lower time frames. This is the 5-minute time frame, with a large amount of volume, okay, with some spikes in volume, and you reject from them with low volume, right? Lower volume from the move down. You reject and you move down. For me, it's the most effective, easiest way for the trading. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is not a, it's not a bad short. It's not a bad short. I mean, it's a big V-shaped recovery. The reason why of this, the thing about this V-shaped recovery, there is low volume, but this is not, for me, when the market moves up like this, even though it's low volume, there's something going on here. There's something going on. It looks like that it wants to break the highs. I personally, for my day trading, I'm going to wait patiently and wait for the highest probability scenario. What would be my highest probability scenario? Confirming that we are flipping bullish, right? Confirming that we are flipping bullish. A confirmation here of flipping bullish would be getting above the point of control and getting above this high over here. As you can see, we just wicked above it at the moment. But I mean, this V-shaped recovery is intimidating, right? I like getting retracements to big support levels after a volume breakout, okay? But with this massive recovery, if I entered any kind of short, I would be thinking of getting out at this range, because it is intimidating. The best scenario here for me would be a breakout, retracement to the back of this solid breakdown with large volume. Then you are confirming that you're getting back into the range, and you are likely going to test the highs. Stay safe, everyone, with this mad volatility on the lower time frames. It's getting difficult the last few days to trade Bitcoin on the lower time frames. Being safe. 134 on the like smash. Hey guys, smash up that like button on your way in while you're here watching the stream. It's very hard for people to get the, you can see the golf videos right there. It's really hard to get the people to smash up the like button. Over 500 people watching the stream. Insane volatility. Andy, pro tip TA. Be very defensive with your trading. Be very defensive. Get into really, really nice entries and have relatively not too tight stop losses, but stop losses with invalidation. I got into long position right over here, guys. I was in a short and in a long hedge. They were both in profit at some point right over here. Of course, the most likely scenario for me at the end was getting a drop, right? When we're looking at this kind of structure, I'm thinking it does look weak, and it looks like we're gonna roll down from this level. However, the double bottom, Adam and Eve, was a possibility. So you're trying to long here, hedging your short. As soon as, this one was protected as well, of course. This short position was protected. Then as soon as this one was in the middle, also protected. You keep the better trade, right? The one that is going to have the breakout in the end. You keep that one. This is the magic of hedging as well. hedging is absolutely phenomenal because you finally, you know, when you're in a range like this, you finally keep the successful trade. You know, in this case, I kept the shorting trade because I got stopped out at break even with this drop. Of course, you want to take profits while you're dropping, you know, with the massive drop, because, you know, round the corner, what you get is this massive V-shaped recovery, guys. It just got into the stop. Imagine the market, how intelligent it is, right? Knowing that, you know, there are potentially some short positions from this range, right? Bang, it just wicked to that level. This is why it's important to lock those profits, because the market can jump right up to your position in just a matter of minutes, right? In the case of scalping and day trading, right? Right. Oh, it's a compliment, Andy. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Still down. What's going on? We got Binance down, guys. People are in fear in the comment section. I wouldn't think it's much of an issue. Usually when Binance is down, it's just a couple of hours, or, you know, maximum. I haven't seen Binance down for a week, right? So I wouldn't be too worried about it. Okay, but yeah. Binance has a bug with spot trading, says Laurie. Binance is closing the fiat service. Why? Woo! I stayed away from Binance for a long time ago. I stayed away from Binance a very long time ago. The only reason why I used Binance was to buy some altcoins back in the day, right? When you got this fancy altcoin that's only been listed on Binance, or you need to trade it on Uniswap, then I'll say, okay, I'll use Binance to buy that crypto, but that is about it. Not for my trading, not even for spot. You know, my favorite ones, of course, is Kraken and Bybit. You know, even for spot trading on Bybit, you know, they have over 100 cryptos. They have over 100 cryptos on Bybit. So, and for trading as well. You know the deal, guys. You get that insane bonus down below. You know, when we got all of these people in the comment section, you know, Binance is down. Yeah, probably Binance has a few more altcoins. They do have more altcoins than Bybit, but I think Bybit for trading already has over 100. I mean, how many altcoins do you want for trading? I don't even hardly trade altcoins. I focus on Bitcoin mainly because I know how to trade it. I make gains on Bitcoin. You know, why would I go jump to some volatile altcoins that I cannot manage and I cannot, you know, easily trade, such as Bitcoin? So anyway, you know the deal, guys. You get that massive bonus down below in the description with Bybit, $30,000 worth of bonus. It's my favorite trading platform for derivatives, futures, for spot, you know, you name it. I've been using it for over 3 years. It's never been down on me. And if it has been down, you know, they always send you an email saying, you know, we're going to be down for, you know, this day, for this hour. But never been down, you know, it never got plugged with trades like BitMEX, you know, BitMEX. Oh my goodness. I remember using BitMEX. It was an absolute nightmare. But Bybit is the place to be, in my opinion. So yeah, futures are good right now. Okay, cool. Is that hidden bullish on the 1 hourly? Hidden bullish divergence. So we've probably got lower lows on the RSI and higher lows on the price action here. So there's possibly hidden bullish divergence. I mean, this does not, I mean, it looks like it is an attractive short position, guys. It doesn't look, I would prefer to wait. I mean, this could start correcting down from this level, all right? You know, when you have such a massive volume breakdown like this, you know, you usually create a lower high, right? With such a massive volume breakdown. I'm just staying aware, you know, aware at this moment. I like to wait for another higher probability, you know, that the bullish scenario here would be breaking above that point of control. Like I said, the lows that we created a few hours ago here, bang, if you break the back from this high volume level with another high volume, then wow, that is going to be an impressive move. You know, I've seen this also multiple times. When this does happen, you know, you got high probability in getting into some long positions on the retracements here, because you are likely gonna, you know, absolutely skyrocket. Of course, till that happens, that is only, you know, speculation. It's only a wish. But once it happens, I will know how to take advantage of that movement, okay, up, because you're likely to have that massive momentum if it were to break out, guys. So I think this is something you want to be ready for. Even though, like I said, this is a rejection point. You know, most simple answer is you're broken from this higher low here for the last few days, and you've moved down with relatively nice volume, even though the pumpy action volume is higher here. I'm curious to see where we exactly bounced. We almost hit that daily level created from a few days ago, right? We got a daily level here, guys. It almost touched it. But I'm curious to see. We probably just hit the 618 on this drop. Yeah, well, 61865 here, getting that bounce from the Fibonacci retracement from this pivot low to the pivot high, right? Just hitting that 618, getting that massive bounce from that level. It's a risky long though. When you drop like this, guys, you know, catching a falling knife is just... How many people did long this drop, guys? Let me know in the comment section at 27,600, 500, you know. Did anybody get into long positions? You know, this is not my style of trading. You know, I would never long such a massive drop if I do not see a brief consolidation, at least on the 1 minute time frame, right? So yeah, very, very... But anyway, some people do like to catch falling knives, you know, probably made a good trade at the end, but this is not a sustainable way of trading, I can already tell you. So yeah, did anybody catch that falling knife, guys? Or got into some shorts here, guys? When I see this V-shaped recovery, wow, I have massive respect right now for this massive V-shape. Markets have opened, if I'm not wrong, and the S&P 500 is slowly moving down here. 40x long at 27.5. Somebody longed out. You know, I would have longed at 27,600. Shorting is better. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, exactly. I mean, you can short and long. I've been shorting and long in today. The short was the successful trade. The long was the break-even trade. Don't expect another big drop, says someone here, Tom P. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Woo. Stay cautious. Bitcoin right now is on the higher time frames, guys. It's at a really interesting zone. The reason why we getting, you know, not dropping successfully, hitting resistance, not dropping, getting back to above 28k is because this is the moment, guys. This is the moment Bitcoin gets this volatility. Why? Because it's hitting the most important resistance level as well from the support of 2021 and 2022. It's a big level. If Bitcoin manages to break above this level, guys, we could see an epic pump to 35k levels. All right, it could happen. This is a bear market, huge relief rally, and people underestimate bear market relief rallies. Why? Because people are in denial. They are, you know, they're saying, you know, it's bearish, Bitcoin's going to 12k, you know, look at the economy, look at interest rates up, you know, it cannot be, we're in recession, Bitcoin down. No, you know, this is the whole reason. You know, when we get people extremely bullish calling for 100k, you get a massive bear market. And when you get people, you know, calling for this is it, 12k is coming, you know, you get a massive, huge relief pumps out of nowhere that gets everybody really surprised. And this is basically what happened back in 2019. I remember this like if it was yesterday. We got a huge amount of people, influencers, and, you know, Twitter saying this, you know, Bitcoin's down, you know, it's doomed, right? Where you actually coming all the way up here, to the strongest support level of 2018, guys. Look at this. Bang, bang, big support level. You break down like this and you're thinking to yourself when you're trading at 4 or 5K, this is it, guys. We're coming down. We're going to sub 3K and we're going to 1K Bitcoin, right? And then this is what happens next. Most of the people are bearish here. Most of the people are extremely bearish. So, I'm not saying that we are going to break to $35, even $40,000. I think I'm just making people understand it's a possibility. Relief pumps in a bear market can be huge. Of course, after this happening, yeah, we went down sideways. We had the C19 crash right there. But overall, we did not go below this low. This is why, I'm saying if we do manage, I'm already saying that the bear market low is in at 15.5K. I'm already saying this. I'm pretty confident that we've likely seen the low of the bear market at 15.5K. Of course, I do think that we are going to see, recession, bear, black swan events, and come down and correct during, late 2023 and part of 2024. Yeah, this is possible, especially also if we do run up to 35, 40K levels. Yeah, of course, the correction will be aggressive. But for me, it is likely that the bear market low is already in, especially after breaking 25K. So, yeah, guys, we want to, right now where the market is at right now, where you have still a lot of people bearish, still a lot of people in denial, we are very, very similar in this stage of the market right now. We need to remember we have been going down for a long time already, and it's dropped over 80%. Come on. This is a reason why I was accumulating at this range, is saying, hey, what if 12K doesn't come? I don't want to be the one, I already learned this. I was already dollar cost averaging in this range back in 2019 and 2018. So a lot of people are in denial. What do you think, guys? I'm going to ask a poll here, all right, to the community, okay? I'm going to ask a poll right away to the community because I like to interact with the community. Is the bear market low in at 15.5K, guys? Let me know in this poll. I would love to know your opinion. Is the bear market low in for Bitcoin? Let me know, guys. I would love to know your opinion, and we can do a little bit of analysis also on the market. But oh my goodness, let me know, guys, and I'll go through the comment section right away. Whew, it's been difficult trade. Difficult trading today. You do have difficult trading for day trades and scalping, of course. And today was one of those days, guys. Today was one of those difficult days. Managed to book in some profits though. So yeah, like I said, I prefer you could always accept, a stop loss above the point of control here. This run up is intimidating, and I do see a possibility of breaking the point of control in the next coming hours. So for me right now, after this V shape, I don't see high probability. I think, you could run up here. My highest probability scenario would be scalp longing after a confirmation on the retracements, looking for the highs to be tested, right? When you have an uptrend or a downtrend, you're looking for the highs to be tested, and you want to get into those retracements. Of course, this, like I said, if the market were to reverse from here and continue to the downside and test these lows and even go lower, I would be the kind of guy looking for a swing trade here and would have relatively good risk management. If I'm trying to get in at the highest level possible, I'm looking for something like this. You know, if I don't see a trade where I can get 1.5 to 2, at least risk to reward, I will not enter. I know if we get above the point of control, it's worthless getting into some short positions. You know, I think it's not worth holding a short position if you break above this point of control at 28,200. So, you know, that is a scenario. If you want to have that good risk management trade, there is that possibility here. But I prefer getting into some scalps and day trades if we get that high volume breakout of the point of control and the back of this massive drop. That is going to be high probability trade scenarios, guys, and you will see it. If this does happen, you will see how the market will move up and test the highs if it breaks with high volume, guys. You will see it. It's a high probability scenario to happen. Those retracements will get a bounce. Of course, you need that high volume breakout from this resistance level. Right. Is it my idea, or does Bitcoin correlate more and more to gold? Inflation panic is here, people. Bitcoin, not too correlated on gold, in my opinion. Your thumbnail, let's go. Yes, sir. The Binance suspended withdrawal, says Trendy Trap. Oh my goodness. I think once Binance is back online, we'll go to 29K. Yeah, maybe. Oh my goodness, guys. All the comment section here is related on Binance. Yeah, this is one of the main reasons as well that I stopped using Binance, because when we had volatility, or when, you know, sometimes when I wanted to decide to move some coins, you know, and sell some altcoins on a massive pump, then, you know, it's down and you're like, yo, what the hell, you know? You end up selling it at Uniswap at a high fee on the Ethereum network, right? Changing. I remember those insane fees, you know, paying $200 for a transaction. So yeah. Horizon Well says, I'm pissed because I got the big red candle but have been stopped out at break even. I missed some nice profits. Yes, sir. This happens. I mean, this is exactly, I also got stopped out, like you said, you know, like I shared at the beginning of the live stream. You know, the most important thing here is not calling it the next setup here, guys. It's giving that education as well, right? Because this is basically what is training you to practice on the charts, to use those tools and understand where you could potentially get in and get out of a trade. And the trade that I got in here on a short was here, and I got into a long right there. Luckily, you know, well, stop loss was right over here. You know, if you get stopped out, you know, it's not the end of the world, but being defensive, right? Acknowledging that this could be a double bottom scenario and you could actually hold this higher support trend line and get a bounce, you know. Very, very possible. Double bottom, you know, I like to see these consolidations, and I say it to the community. I wait a lot of the times, you know, we're getting this spike down and this consolidation right there. I'm thinking, hey, there is a possibility when we're trading like this here to get a bounce here. So we did get the bounce, but we finally had this massive drop. So anyway, explaining that short, incredible, you know, jumping here onto this short right there. It was, like I explained, because of the VWAP, one of the reasons as well. We got the volume weighted average price getting that resistance. We got the point of control from today's price action as well. We got, you know, confirmed support level here getting broken with high volume. And this is what we want to see, guys. We want to try and detect these movements and get into these high probability scenarios. This is such a high probability. Also getting into the VWAP was absolutely incredible. It was a high probability scenario. Got a lot of confluence at that level. I took double profits on this trade, okay? Double profits. One at the lows, because the lows is a take profit. You know, you could double bottom. This is why you take profits here. Reason number two, of course, you get an aggressive drop like this, and I'm saying, wow, I'm going to lock some more profits, okay? So I end up, you know, with a 30% trade approximately. getting stopped out at break even because of this massive V-shaped recovery. Okay, this is huge. This does not usually happen, guys. My easy, my most simple answer here for this kind of volatility and V-shaped recoveries that we're having on the market is because Bitcoin is right now at the most important support level from 2021 and 2022. Like I explained on the higher time frames, right? We break up from this range. The move can be massive. The move can be massive. When we zoom out here on this time frame, on the daily, we break up from this 29, 30K range, okay? It's going to be absolutely crazy. We're potentially going to see a big move to the upside. And this is exactly the same kind of support, because you got 2017, 2018 support level here. After breaking out, guys, check out the price action. Price action was relatively massive, right? As soon as you got that break up. So I think, look how the price consolidates as well at this range, guys. Testing the highs, kind of testing the highs, right? Check out this price action, right? You have highs, testing the highs, a bit of volume breakdowns here. As you can see, large candles to the downside, right? This is on the daily chart. So you could say, maybe Bitcoin's in a very similar scenario from here, because it's hitting one of the most important support levels from years behind, right? It's just it's a possibility, guys. We live in a crazy world at the moment, so the possibilities of something like that happening, right? Just testing the highs here, testing the highs of a huge support level. If this breaks, I can already tell you the move to the upside can be absolutely epic, when it's going to get everybody surprised. Everybody's going to be like, wow, I did not expect that pump. Something to point out there, because I did not expect this pump in 2019. I FOMO'd buying, accumulating Bitcoin, because I was accumulating Bitcoin from mid 2018 at these price levels, approximately, just around about 6K range. Got the drop, accumulated a bit more, but then I accumulated more on the run up here, because seeing, wow, what's happening. So then obviously, started cooling down and accumulating more on this run, on this consolidation. But I did not expect, like most of the people, such a large relief rally like this inside of the, bearish. If you went to Twitter right over here in February, April of 2019, it was bearish, this is bearish, we're going down. So anyway. A goat. Yeah, I do have a goat here. Of course I do. I've got animals. I live in a village house. So yeah, I don't live in the city. I'm a village guy, like Jason Kasta. You must have heard chickens in the background from Jason Kasta's live streams, potentially. Also. Hi Andy, there was a 5-minute BTC bearish Gartley around midnight, which got in before the D point, but changing from candles to lines respected the chords. Wow, let me take a look at this. I want to take a look at some scenarios here also from the community. So let me take a look at the poll here as well, guys. What's going on? Is Binance still down? Let me know in the comment section. Is Binance still down? Jason Kasta rules. Yeah, he's really good. I need to do a collaboration with him. Let me take a look at the poll here. Out of 280 votes, we haven't got much votes actually. We're almost over 500 people on the live stream. Is the bear market low in for Bitcoin at 15.5K? We got 63% of people saying yes. There is more people confirming that the lows are in for Bitcoin at the 15.5K levels. Anyway, let me take a look at yesterday. Somebody said there was a bullish Gartley pattern. Andy, there was a 5-minute bearish Gartley pattern, sorry. 5-minute bearish Gartley pattern. Yesterday night. You need to let me know if that is Central European time. Bearish Gartley pattern. I mean, last night was Central European time was this price action. I do not see a bearish Gartley pattern here. You need to give me a little bit more coordinations right there. But yeah, I mean, I can see a lot of bullish ones with this kind of price action. Could not see any bearish one, but this, I mean, obviously this one right there, but this is not hitting the 7-8. It's hitting the 618 more than the 7-8. We got one right there. Right, because of Binance was down, by the look of it, I didn't get my notification about drop from TradingView. Lol. So to lock profits, have my short open from 28,115. Wow, Christina, 28,115. Yeah, this is the thing. Just imagine how frustrating could that be. I mean, hopefully, I always put stop losses when I enter a position, always, no matter what. But how frustrating would that be if you are in a short position and you have massive profits, you know, and you cannot go into your exchange because it's down because of the volatility, right? And now you're back at entry point, or you probably got stopped out at break even, or you're probably going to get stopped out at a loss. How frustrating is that? I mean, Binance has been several times down before in the past. You know, I've never seen Bybit down. I've seen Bybit down when they notify the people and say, hey, we're doing some modifications on, you know, on the desktop or the website or whatever, and they will notify you on email. But I've never seen Bybit down in the over 3 years that I've been using it for my trading. So yeah, if you think maybe it's time to make the transition, Bybit has got an insane bonus at the moment going on, which is $30,000 worth of bonus. You know, they have been going on for several weeks right now with a bonus. But as it's still live, man, take advantage of it. Depending on what you deposit, of course, at the rewards hub, you can claim that bonus. This bonus can be used for fees and for losses, okay? So you deposit, you know, say you deposit 10K and they give you 2K of bonus, for example. So you got 2,000, you know, if you got a total $12,000. If you lose a position, say $500, you'll be taking those $500 from the bonus, not from your account, not from your funds, right? This is how beautiful the bonuses are from Bybit. So take advantage of that, guys. Bybit is, you know, the number one for me. I've had no issues with them. So yeah, let's take a look at some other ones. Sorry, Binance is not down. I'm working fine now. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, we did have a few people, though, in the comment section saying that Binance was down. So was just reading also that. Also, usually reading that. So Binance is working here. Okay, so it seems like Binance is on already. The payments is down. So withdrawals. Somebody said that withdrawals was down. Relief says, right, like a real goat, not like you're the goat. Yeah, I got a real goat in my house. Outside, of course. Right. 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 Okay, Binance is not down. Only it's spot trading. Okay, we can leave Binance alone right now. People are saying it's not down. It's the spot trading, and it's also for withdrawals. So yeah. Spot is still halted. Binance is working, but IPAs are fried. Okay. Right, guys. Situation for Bitcoin at this moment. Oh my goodness. Yeah, hard range. Hard range. I mean, we were talking about this potentially being a large resistance zone, and it is. When we take a look at what has happened here, basically, Well, you've had this high-low support trend line being broken with a large amount of volume. You are below the point of control, which is the highest volume traded, okay, from the last few days. We are currently beneath that level. It's exactly at $28,180. We just managed to wick at 28,120 just a few minutes ago. So this is the scenario, guys. There is a possibility in getting rejected from this range. Big volume breakdown, you know, but a big V-shaped recovery. So it's hard. It's hard to say, right, it's going to roll down in the end. You know, this was just a massive over leverage, short position, you know, liquidation event, right, with this V-shaped recovery. So it should, looking at volume and price action, it should roll down from this range, at least to round about the 618 from this pump, right? At least from the 618 from this pump, it should roll down. I'll be very, very defensive, right? As soon as this rolls down a little bit, you know, if you got into any short positions, I would definitely, you know, start thinking protecting and taking some profits, because market is absolutely crazy. And the best thing you could do with trading is be defensive, have good risk management. The reason why I managed to get profitable in trading was because of my risk management. It wasn't because of TA. I've tried so many different indicators, moving averages, and all sorts. I've come out with a you know, nice way of trading, but the risk management is what is managing me to actually survive and make profits consistently. The risk management. I'll get stopped out at break even a lot of the times. I'll get stopped out at a small loss, but then the wins are big. When you get the wins, they are big. Another push down is coming, says Ander Bear. We are going to 24K, says John. So this is, you know, I love it when people actually say, we are going here. This is what we're going to do. The price is going here. You know, the most, you know, when you recognize a good trader, if you ask me where the price is going, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, I don't know. Will we hit $28,000? Will we hit the highs here at $29,000? Are we going to break the all-time high, the highs here? I don't know. Are we going to come down to the lows? I don't know. However, I will know how to react and how to trade the scenario, whether we do hit this level, whether we do have a nice solid breakout from a resistance with volume, if we are above point of control or below from the zone, you know, all these different tools that we can use. After a scenario happening, I know how I need to react to the market with good risk management. So, yeah. You know, if you ask anybody that you think is a professional trader, and he says that we are going to go here, or we are going to go to 28K, or we are going to go to 24K, then stay cautious, because nobody really knows. As traders, we react. Absolutely. That's the thing. We react with good risk management. That's how you want to trade the market. You know, like I showed you at the beginning of the stream, it was a relatively fast trade, but this was a good time to react and get into the short. It was the short position I shared at the beginning of the live stream, aiming for lows and aiming for the potential breakout of these higher lows, right? This was at the verge of a potential major drop, and of course you can take profits as you're dropping here. You know, this is. But hopefully that trade scenario explained at the beginning of the stream was pure education, understandable, point of control, VWAP, support level from today, you know, you name it, 618 from the pivot high to the pivot low. Nice, beautiful retracement for that drop coming. Hopefully that is understandable. This is how you want to react to the market. Jump in a trade, be defensive, take profits as you come down. BTC falling wedge, Andy, on the 1 day. Let's take a look at DXY. falling wedge on the daily chart. Yes, 4 hourly or the daily chart, right? Falling wedge scenario right over here. I think we can get these bull flags and stuff out of the way. So you're saying that we are, yeah, I mean, it's very, very possible. I mean, I like to get my resistance trend lines well marked up, you know. It gets me nervous, people that do this, right? And they're saying we're in a wedge, you know, and they don't properly get the wicks and the candles. I like to get them as perfect as it can get. And as perfect as it can get, you know, DXY, you know, this would be it. And from this low to this low, this has been a fake out, more of a channel. I don't see a wedge here, right? Because a wedge would be this, right? We've broken down here and it went straight back up. Yeah, no, I don't see any wedge or any kind of channel. Unless it's on the much higher time frames. What I do see here is a potential bump and run scenario. Right? I do see a potential bump and run scenario from here. If anybody is not aware of a bump and run scenario, it's basically a bump from a drop and then a run after breaking lower high resistance trend line, right? I mean, I see this on the higher time frames, such as the daily, for the DXY getting an epic run up in the next coming months. Very, very possible. A lot of people saying that inflation is going to continue. I think the Federal Reserve, you know, they are pretty strict with their hikes. Of course, we would need a massive breakdown of the economy and banks to suddenly say, okay, let's get interest rates down, you know, continue with the money printing. It doesn't matter inflation at 10% or at 15%. And then the dollar value, of course, can get a massive collapse. But if they do continue like this during the, you know, the rest of the year of 2023, yeah, the DXY could get a potential big run up, okay? If they are going to be very, very strict and even potentially put interest rates up, guys, the dollar will strengthen very, very likely. They need to turn the money printer off, of course, not like they did the last few weeks where they suddenly printed 300 billions out of nowhere, right, to do the bailouts. They need to stop doing that because if not, it's not going to be worth putting interest rates up if you continue printing as well. But I'm looking for this bump and run scenario, guys. Just to, I mean, I know a lot of people know about this pattern. I just wanted to share with, you know, the possibility here of lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. You've had a massive drop here, corrective move, right, during the late 2022 and part of 2023, and you're just going sideways. It's going to be interesting the moment you potentially break out from this lower high trend line, okay, from lower high, right over here. These lower highs, you have the bump phase, you start to consolidate sideways. If you break out from this range, you know, this could get pretty aggressive. You know, you're likely going to get the highs being tested in the next coming months. So it's something that I think the DXY is bullish. I think the DXY is bullish. We've had an excellent run up, massive run up, okay, during 2021 and 2022. We've had a big correction already. It's going sideways. You know, this is just a corrective move. You know, next move is up in the next coming months. Of course, this could all change with what the Federal Reserve is going to do, because we all Muppets at the end of the day. So, yo, Mark Dutch, thanks for the insane support. Good morning, Andy and Marge. Jennifer, how are you doing? Pull back to the 25K range. Let's continue with Bitcoin and some multiple scenarios here with the community. Most important for me right now is interaction with the community, always. Interacting with the community. We're getting them moved down in the end. Getting the move down. Obviously, the best range to short was the higher the better. We've got point of control, big level, you know, stop loss above the highs. I would be defensive though, you know, I would be very, very defensive. Market is acting a little bit crazy for the last few days, guys. So we want to be defensive. This volatility is very much unpredictable. So be defensive. When we got this kind of volatility, your best tool as a trader is risk management. You know, if I am not having high probability with my trades, like a 60%, 70% high probability trade scenario, I need to get my tools out. Best tool, of course, would be the risk management. You know, if I'm in profits, I'm going to protect instantly. I'm going to wait for another wick down, another wick up to see if it fails to break out or break down, you know, and start, you know. I mean, I wish I could be, I could give you all of this information, but at the end of the day, it's experience, right? Binance situation destroyed the last trust of people. Oh my goodness, absolutely epic. We've got a quick piece here saying, this has happened before on Binance, eh? I've seen Binance down many times, and the Binance smart chain as well. And that is got to be frustrating. I remember having friends saying, hey, you know, I've got 20K worth of USDT on the Binance smart chain, and I cannot move it, right? I cannot do transactions on the Binance smart chain because it was down. That's absolutely crazy stuff. You know, all of my stables, big bags are on the Ethereum network. Forget about Binance Smart Chain. Hey, Andy, great TA. Keep up the good work. Hey, Tahonas, thank you very much, my man. It's about TA and risk management. It's about TA and risk management. We might be lucky for anyone here shorting this range. I would be very defensive, but to get that leg down to at least the 618 from this move, right? Yeah, I was happy with 50% profits from this short position, about 60% profits, right, from here and from here, and then got stopped out at break even at the beginning of the stream, guys. Absolutely crazy. But most importantly, explaining why was this a good short, guys? Because a lot of people are asking questions. Where are we going now? You know, what is the best trade scenario now? It's knowing how to detect those levels and those high probability trade scenarios, guys. And today we had a nice sideways action range, and I give the explanation on this, why this was a good short and why this was a potential good double bottom scenario that could happen and move up, but how you want to be defensive as soon as you're in profits from these lows. So yeah, just giving you a few explanations there on that. Andy says, Kapil, do you think Pakistan falling economy is not allowing BTC to go beyond 29K? Is Pakistan got a falling economy? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Pakistan will affect very much the price of Bitcoin. It would have to be a combination, I think, of world economy, right? I did a spot sell order on Binance about 2 hours ago with a tight stop loss. What happens now if BTC pumps hard? Will my spot limit order be ignored? No. Usually when the platform is down and you do have, you've already set your stop loss, your take profit, right? Your limit orders, they usually get respected. Okay, so I wouldn't worry about that. Tahonas, thank you, my man, for joining, and thanks for the super chat. Oh, it's getting the leg down. It's getting the leg down. I would assume, you know, at least down to the 618. Getting the leg down, guys. Anybody that's shorting here, I would consider at the 618, which is at 27,600, to potentially take some profits, right? Take some profits off the table, guys. You know, my scenario here was higher probability scenario for me was breaking out from this range and getting into a retracement at point of control, the back of this range. You know, I would be analyzing the most important levels, or get into a short from this range, you know, with stop loss above point of control, around about this range over here. Got point of control, big level of resistance right there. If you're trying to get into a short position out of this range, I think that, you know, not a bad, you're already making more than your stop loss, right? If you're in a short position from the high levels here. So obviously you want to be protective and you want to start thinking about taking some off the table, right? Keeping it simple, keeping it effective, guys. Keeping it easy. Yeah, there we have it. As soon as it starts hitting that range, this would be a take profit range for me. The reason why, and this was a long position that I was analyzing yesterday. However, we've had a massive move down. I don't want to catch a falling knife. There was a big resistance from yesterday's price action. It was yesterday's point of control. Very important. Right over here. As you can see, it's a big level. We just wicked at that level, big move down. When you're trying to catch these falling knives, it is difficult. But if you're shorting the breakdown and the bounce here at today's point of control, it's a take profit zone, no doubt. This is a big level at $27,600 range. You could bounce from this range right now. So always leave a small percentage open just in case you claim these lows and even go lower to take some more profits. It's always an option. I always like to do that. Take profits, take more profits, go lower, take more profits, have a little bit of that position open. Guys, whoa, CoinDCX Indian Exchange suspended spot and margin. Is something coming? Oh my goodness. What's going on? Is it time to withdraw from exchanges? Should I withdraw my trading funds from Bybit? I think, I'm happy with Bybit. I think Bybit is one of the most legit centralized platforms that there is out there. Well, yeah, some fishy things going on by the looks of things. Like I said, guys, nothing is 100% safe at the end of the day, right? Nothing is 100% safe. But, when an exchange has good track record, I like Kraken for my spot trading. The fees are very, very low. And they have been here since 2014, I think. So they've been here for almost 10 years right now. They've had no hacks. They've had no issues with, the platform transactions. They have approximately 10 year track record, and the fees are low. Kraken for me for spot trading was insane. Of course, till Bybit came out. Bybit right now has been live for over 5 years, just about 5 years, from 2018. I've been using it from 2019, and I've had no issues at all with Bybit ever. So, this is something to consider, guys. If you want to switch to Bybit, you do have that insane bonus down below in the description, okay? It's another way to support the channel for me to continue with YouTube, right? It's an affiliate link, but you get the best bonus that there is available out there, right? Just up to $30,000 that can be claimed at the rewards hub. And I can already tell you, it's the one that I've been using for the last few years. And I had no issues at all with them. I've got some people freaking out here with some exchanges. Binance, CoinDesk, or CoinDX, or I don't know. The end is near, says Jennifer. Yeah. How much do you use for your daily scalping? It doesn't. I explained this on a live stream. It doesn't matter the amount of leverage you use. You need to have good risk to reward, meaning that you cannot allow the position that you're in lose more than 3% of your capital. If you're losing more than 5% of your capital on a trade position, you are not having good risk management. You're risking too much. So the amount of leverage doesn't matter. Say if you have a $30,000 account, 30K, I can risk 10K in a position at a 10x leverage. And, or I can use 1K and use 50x leverage, right? So it really doesn't matter. It all, if you're looking for similar scenarios of gains, right? So I say, I want to make $1,000 every day. That is my target. And I cannot lose more than $500. So you can, you know, with an account of 30K, for example, right? That would be more or less the average kind of scaling up with your trades, in my personal opinion. But you would basically use, you know, if you want to be tight on your liquidation and you want, you know, it's a very good entry, you only want to risk 1K, you would use a 50x leverage. But if you want to go a little bit more calm, you know, you would use a 10x leverage, maybe use 10K, and the profits are going to be very, very similar, right? Profits are similar because the you know, you're using 1K with a lot of leverage, or you're using 10K with less leverage. So it doesn't really matter. You need to focus on your stop loss. Your stop loss cannot be more than 10% of your account. You could not lose 10% of your account in a trade. No. You know, maximum 3%. So at the end of the day, leverage doesn't matter. I change leverage every day, you know. Sometimes it's 10x, sometimes it's 50x, sometimes it's 25x. It doesn't really matter. What I'm focused on is I cannot lose more than 3% on a trade. Bottom is in, bro. Yes, the bottom is in, guys. 15K, 15.5K was the bottom. I got the poll here. Is the bear market low in for Bitcoin at 15.5K? 62% of people out of 500 votes are saying yes, the bear market low is in, guys. I am also a believer that the bear market low is in after breaking the 25.2K level. But anyway, you know, we never know. Awesome answer, thanks. Hey, thank you very much. Yeah, hopefully that was a nice brief answer. Don't get too mistaken with don't think about it too much about the leverage. Think more of the risk management, you know. And you can do all of these calculations with a demo account or with very small funds, right? Say if you have $10, $100, you know, try and get into saying, you know, I don't want to lose more than $5, right, in a trade. And do those tests with the leverage, with the amount that you're risking. You know, you can actually see your stop loss, your liquidation. So you need to do that calculation on your own, right? You need to do the calculation on your own. Is your stop loss 3% of the total account of the total margin used in the trade? No, it's from my total capital, right? So if I have $10,000, right, in my trading account, I cannot lose more than $300 on a trade, right? I can use 1K with 5x leverage, or I can use $300, which would be my limit, with a high leverage, 50x leverage, for example. But, you know, obviously the liquidation price would already be 3%. But if I'm using 1K with 5x leverage, I need to be well aware that my stop loss needs to be at a 30% loss, right? Sorry, not a 30%. From 1K at a 3% loss, right? Out of 1K. So, sorry, that would be 30%. Yes, sir. I'm getting mixed up here with the numbers now. So, yeah, like I said, you know, you need to do that calculation while you use the leverage. It's from your entire capital, okay? Sometimes, I know a lot of people, it is inevitable that you are going to get stopped out at 10% of your account, or even 0.5% of account, or get burnt out, right? People are irresponsible. A lot of people are irresponsible when they're trading, but they want to make big gains. The reason why people are irresponsible with their trading is because they want to make big gains and fast. I want to make a few $1,000s every week if I can, with good risk management, and I'm happy to do that. So if I can pay the bills and I can, you know, pay stuff, and that is very much possible, you know, with a $30,000 trading account. But you need to build up. You need to build up. Just go into high probability trade scenarios. Be defensive. Take profits. You know, don't try to get into that epic 500% gain trade with a 100x leverage. It's a sustainable growth, little by little. There are going to be some weeks that you're a little bit in a drawdown, but it's part of the game. I get confused with percentages, so it all in 100. Yeah. Grace Aboshi is saying, Yeah, you get confused with percentages. So I'll just go with 125x. Goodness, what's happening with me today? I'm tired. I need a coffee, guys. Anyway, it's been pretty cool chatting with the community, looking at the potential scenarios here with Bitcoin, explaining, giving that educational content from, you know, these day trade scalping scenarios. Big drop, big V shape here. I was not expecting such a large V shape, guys. It was pretty aggressive. Of course, if you got into the short, you know, we said, you know, this is a good take profit zone, be defensive. My next bullish scenario, if it were to happen, I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm paying very much attention, guys, to the point of control here. $28,000, 170 have been a respected resistance and support level, and it's the point of control. If the price action gets a solid breakout, we're getting above here again, continuing with higher lows, right? So this is basically the last higher low from the range. It's still creating a higher low. So we break above this level, yeah, you name it. You know, there's going to be really nice high probability scalp long positions, okay, to the next high of the breakout. You know, is it going to happen? Are we going to break out above this level? Maybe not. Maybe it's going to roll down. But if it does, that is where I see, you know, some really nice high probability scalping and day trade scenarios, getting into those nice retracements, putting stop losses, you know, relatively tight-ish, not extremely tight, but get them below big support levels. Not much to be said, guys. Hopefully this has been a good educational content video. You've enjoyed it. Thank you very much. You know, that's my next scenario. We might pump. If we break above here, I'll be looking for some scalp longs, guys. Nothing else to be said. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.